Alright, I got a discount for you. We're talking Xbox Live. Loads of gaming discounts. All you have to do is go to my description, copy my code from the description, paste my code. Woof, it's gaming time. Righto, Tellyo there champs. Now, today we're going to have a look at this thing I've been waiting a very long time to review. The Alienware 17M or M17. I will be getting the M15 in as soon as I can. But for all intents and purposes, this will perform pretty much very similar to the 15-inch, if not identical. So this Alienware M17 is rocking Dell's new Legend ID. So this is the new design language of the Alienware and it looks friggin' stunning. This is the Lunar White. You can get the dark side of the moon as well. It looks friggin' amazing. Now, it's always been the case that anytime anyone asks me about any laptop, it's inevitably an Alienware. They're the ones I get the comments on the most. What is that? Remember the old ones with the strip light and stuff like that? Yeah, it's always the Alienware because they look cool. Might not be everyone's taste, but it's certainly unique. It looks cool. And this thing is like, it's a 17-inch. And you get the gorgeous 17-inch display, 1080p, 144 Hz, super connected feeling, and you have the specs in this to make use of that display. I mean, I started actually testing the games on high, and yeah, they were just going over 144 frames, and I'm thinking, oh, just let's turn it up to 11, let's go up to ultra. Alright, so if we have a look here, I actually had a minus 100 millivolt undervolt with all this game testing, and I just turned it up to 11. Which is basically, if I go to this overclock profile, I used overclock profile 1, which actually gives me 87 limit on the GPU, and it gives me 50 megahertz core clock and memory clock of 150 megahertz overclock. Now, if we go to overclock 2, I didn't leave it on this because it kept on crashing every now and then. So yeah, this is a bit too aggressive. That's 100 megahertz on the GPU and 300 megahertz on the memory. Now, this will vary. Some will do the overclock 2 profile, no problems, but everything I used was with this overclock 1 profile, and then I just actually turned everything up to 11. I just turned the thermals up to full speed and then the power performance to high performance. So everything turned up to 11, minus 100 millivolts. Let's do it. So pretty much every single game I tested was ultra 1080p. You know, I've already said a million times, 17-inch display is the best for gaming. It's just bigger. Bigger is better. You know, that's what he said. Now, in terms of specs, this one is a monster. You know, 6-core i7 9750H, you know, the backbone of gaming laptops, 45 watt. You can get an i9 as well. And this one comes with a RTX 2080 Max Q. So just the specs alone, you know it's going to perform like a friggin' beast. They don't just look different. They've improved the fans, more fan blades. They're able to shift like, you know, over 20% more air. They've done a lot of work on the VRM. That's one thing they sort of stressed. It should be one of the best VRMs out there. But all this means nothing. That's a lot of stuff they tell you, but if it doesn't perform well, what's the point of all that? Of course, you get all the ports for gaming, Thunderbolt 3. You get the graphics amp too. When it comes to thermals, I will say all the games I did test with the minus 100 millivolt, I'll show you the difference between undervolt and not undervolt in a sec. And when it comes to thermals, it's good on the most part, I will say. That GPU runs super cool and it's got an 87 degree temperature limit, all right? It gets nowhere near 87 degrees. And this is overclocked and everything. So whatever they've done on the GPU, it's just amazing. Now the CPU, it will reach 100. This is no surprise with, you know, Dell or Alienware. Apple and Dell, they'll run to the thermal limit. That's what they do. So no matter if you're undervolt it, it's still going to go up there. I will say the only game that made this buckle with the minus 100 millivolt underclock, Battlefield 5, yes. Does it to pretty much every laptop. There are a few exceptions, but this one, yes, it won't maintain 100% of that 4 gigahertz when you're gaming on Battlefield, even with the undervolt. Now, without the undervolt, as you'll see, it can drop to about 3.2 or something like that. It was pretty good. It didn't give me any big stutters, and the 1% lows weren't, you know, that bad. But there are laptops that can maintain that 4 gigahertz the whole time. But none of the laptops had the GPU as cool as this one. This one is a cool custom and GPU temperatures. Just like, yeah, I don't even believe what I'm reading sometimes. Especially when we're talking about these thinning lights, all right? The bigger, thicker gaming laptops, yes. Every now and then, but mostly maintaining that 4 gigahertz with the undervolt. You don't undervolt, you can see it'll drop down. Yes, all these games 1080p Ultra and all of them 100 frames per second plus. Yeah, excellent gaming performance. The noise, it's a gaming laptop. It's going to deafen you like every other friggin' gaming laptop if you have it on full performance mode. That's just how it is. I really do enjoy gaming on it, and the benchmarks speak for himself. I've got a Red Dead benchmark at the end. Make sure you watch that at ultra settings, 1080p. Yeah, you could get more than 60 FPS. So that is really hard on the system. So that's the only one that was under 100 frames per second. Everything else, you know, you're going to get the most use out of that display. Awesome gaming performance with this. The thermals are what they are. The CPU will be 100. It's a Dell, it's an Alienware. That's how they are. But at the end of the day, it's all about the gaming performance, and this has great gaming performance. So stay tuned for more reviews on this. I'll catch you in the next one, guys. Tally ho.